We got a D lineman from Michigan. Da da da. All right, but we got Rashaun Benny. Benny. Rashaun Benny on PFF's list. He was like in the 80s somewhere.
Yeah.
So apparently Rashaun Benny is a guy that they had late that they bumped up because we went right past him. But all of a sudden
we were right past him.
I've also seen some other outlets have Benny ranked kind of high. But hey, we're in the 4th to 5th round, guys. We're gonna talk about him here.
Yeah.
Brian, we don't scout helmets around here.
Try not to.
Because we got a Michigan D lineman as your best pass rusher on your damn team right now. So we're going to try to be fair to the Michigan D lineman. But apparently you got a 5 on Rashaun.
I do. Just
kind of listening to your rankings and where you got him. Tell us about Rashaun Benny. I thought he was another player that's kind of interesting in how he gets down. But please.
6'3", 298. Looks bigger on tape. I
think him and Proctor look bigger on tape. I thought Proctor looked like 310. I thought Benny looked like 320.
Yeah, it's funny because he wears the number 26.
So
it's kind of a weird. It's kind of the Michigan's got a bunch. They got 24s and 26s that playing defensive linemen. Here's the. I said this first line of my report was interesting player and where you would line him up.
He played 1, 3, 4, I-5 and linebacker. They stood him up in A-gap and blitzed him.
I think he's probably, honestly, he really plays as a defensive end in a 3-4 alignment. He's like a 5. He's like, I list him as a 3 technique, but he's kind of like the 3 technique that could play the 4-eye and all that stuff like that.
I saved my reaction for this very moment. I think he's more Kenny Clark than Proctor is.
Okay. I think I'd say the thing with Proctor because of just the explosive first step.
He's Kenny Clark because he lined up everywhere.
But this guy stands straight up. And this is now killing me about these Michigan kids. Wink Martindale is the defensive coordinator, or was the defensive coordinator at Michigan. We all know Wink Martindale from the Ravens days, when he was with the Giants. Yep. It was attack. Remember Graham last year? We got a much better feel for a Michigan player as a defensive lineman that could get up the field. This guy reverts back to some of that 2-gap stuff.
Yeah.
You see extend, peek, and then get to the ball. But it's the same kind of thing you saw with Mozzie. He pops straight up out of his stance. I mean, he gets tall, and then maybe it's all that. You wonder if he goes to a team, is he going to play? Is he going to be able to just take a gap and attack the gap? I just don't see that. I don't think he has the best foot quickness. And I don't see a lot of range with this guy. But when the ball does get outside of him, there's some times where he is struggling. I mean, the quarterback get outside, and he's trying to run over there, and he's trying to put his hand up to knock a pass down or something like that. The change of direction, I think, is a problem for this guy. I don't think he has ideal body control when you look at him play. The thing that he has, the best thing he has is his length and the strength. And if he's going to win, it's going to be an arm over move is what's going to make him win. So, but other than that, it's just kind of push. You could see some stoutness. You watch the Ohio State game they're down there on the goal line, and there's some stoutness with the way that he's going to play. Yeah. But this guy is a rotational player. You got to see if he could develop some pass rush traits. The strength is one of his best traits. I don't like the fact that he pops straight up out of his stance, but maybe that has something to do with the way he's being coached. I have him in the 5th round. I have him behind, and the 3 techniques behind the Gil Howards, the Haltons, and guys like that.
You have Proctor over him.
I have Proctor over him, yes.
Okay. See, I got him over Proctor, and I feel like it comes down to Benny as a run defender versus Proctor as a pass rusher.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it kind of comes down to. Benny played 1, 3, 4, I-5 and linebacker.
Sure.
They trust him enough to be an athlete to go blitz him in A-gap or whatever. Shouts out to Wink doing his thing there. Strong hands. I think he's either an even front 3 or an odd front end. I think he's pretty good as a run defender. He is 2-gap and gap and a half guy. Christian Parker probably like him a little bit. What that mean? Game player 80% of the time. Okay, cool. Okay, so good run game player 80% of the time. I think most of the time I thought he was really good versus the run.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like he's just kind of throwing his hands in a circle like what's going on.
Sure.
Sometimes he does look a little crazy, but the majority of the time I think he's a really good run guy. Powerful hands, extending on guys, and all this kind of stuff. It's odd because if he's going to be an odd front guy, 2-gapping, cool. I think if he's in an even front, he's a pass rushy upfieldy 3-tech type of guy that should be an A gap. You know what I'm saying? Like he rushes like an A gap rusher.
Right.
But they'll line him up in B gap.
Yeah.
And he's probably a 3 for real. So that's kind of weird there. Somebody's going to have to iron that out. But as a pass rusher, single gap, quick hands, but his feet may not be quick.
Yeah.
Swim move, really good at it. But the problem is that he can't take. I don't think he's good at taking doubles for a long period of time.
Right.
I think if he takes doubles, he has to win quick. If he hang around on the double too long, he might get pushed around, and he be playing tall as hell.
Yeah.
Parentheses like
Yeah.
pause, like the little two lines together, like pause. You know what I'm saying? His legs stand straight up. But I find it interesting that he's strong as hell with his legs standing straight up. So that leads me to believe that some development could be afoot. But as a run defender, I've seen him do it versus some guys, Brian.
Yeah.
I've seen him do it consistently versus some guys. I may be too high on him. PFF got him in the 80s. I think that's a bit strange. I'm not gonna have him in the 80s on my stack. He'll probably be in the 110s or something. But I liked him a little more than Durant because Durant kind of flops around in the run game a little bit. I thought Benny was a little more stout in the run game. Yeah. Durant's clearly a much better pass rusher. Right. I don't think Benny is a trash can full of dirt guy. I think he can go out there and rush a little bit. He just don't know how to fully rush just yet. I'll probably mix these guys around a little bit, but chopping it up with you.
I wonder, and I think that maybe this is the case now that not what you're saying, but thinking about Grayson Halton.
Okay.
From Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Because Grayson Halton has some of the same issues as this guy. I think the run stuff and the flexibility stuff makes you think that he's a better player. Because I think to me, okay, I say with Grayson Halton from Oklahoma, the initial quickness, but he struggles to maintain the surge.
So I think Halton is much quicker off the line of scrimmage.
Right.
They're both guys that two gaps sometimes or they single B gap rush sometimes.
But they play tall.
They both play tall. I think Halton's a better upfield 3-tech guy, but I don't think Halton two gaps as well as Benny. Yeah. But they both do the same jobs. They just do it opposite. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Halton's the better 1-gap guy. Benny's the better 2-gap guy.
Yeah, I just kind of in reading my notes with Halton, and I'm starting thinking, okay, why would you have one over the other? Mm-hmm. And like there are times when you can watch, you can watch Benny on the movement stuff, and maybe there's a twist, and it's like he's kind of getting there. But
Halton's really good at twisting stunts.
Halton's really good at that. So that's what I'm saying. I think Halton better pass rusher, Benny better run defender.
Halton got 6 sacks. Benny had like 4, I believe.
Yeah.
Something like that. And kind of got him in similar ways.
Would you have Halton over Benny? Or you had Benny over Halton?
I got Benny over Halton. I got Proctor over Gil Howard and Halton. Yeah. Halton's my
Gil Howard's our Texas Tech guy.
From Texas Tech.
He's 280 pounds though, right?
Yeah, he might be an extra in real life.
That's what I'm saying, though. I wonder I'm kind of as I'm looking through them, I'm wondering if I have.
I'm a visionary on defense.
No, it's funny.
I got a plan for him. Yeah,
it's funny when you sit down and you do it by yourself. When you put together your board and you're thinking like, okay, this guy. But when you sit down and kind of walk it through another guy that evaluates, it makes you think, okay, wait a minute, why did I?
Where do you have Durant?
I got Durant above these guys.
What separates Durant and Gil Howard?
I think it may be, man, it's like one's 280, one's 290.
They're both kind of little bitty.
They're little guys.
Both pass rushers, not really run game guys. It's just that
I think that Durant's a little bit more twitchy.
Much more.
Yeah.
Much more.
See, that's where I think that when you look at Gil Howard is kind of a gap and go. Mm-hmm. Whereas Durant's a little bit more of a can kind of be, he's disruptive too, but man, I feel like Durant needs to be kind of on the edge.
I don't think they're really far apart though.
Yeah.
I think we can look at these 5 guys, Benny, Durant, Proctor, Gil Howard, and Halton, and really talk through it and figure out where we got them stacked or whatever. But
see, I got McClellan from Missouri above Durant as a 3 technique.
Yeah, me too. With
Proctor underneath that, then Gil Howard, Benny, Halton.
McClellan for me.
You know me, I like Kennan from from Alabama. That's like my guy.
Well, he's a one tech for you.
Right, but I'm just talking about yeah. But
for my
but the threes, yeah.
I got McClellan in the third round. He's at the top right.
Right, me too.
And he's the only one I got in the third round.
Okay, so you're okay.
Then I got Benny and Durant in the fourth.
Okay.
And I might move these guys around a little bit. And then in the fives, I got Proctor, Gil Howard, Halton.
Yeah.
I was high on Proctor, but I was a bit of a coward because he beating the shit out the Northeast.
Yeah. Directional school guy.
Northeast Florida kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if you put his LSU and La Tech,
that's what I'm thinking. Like I said, I kind of thought he was a poor man's, but you thought that Benny was the poor man's Clark.
I thought Benny had a lot more Clark in him because Benny does the two gap stuff and move around stuff a little bit.
That's
more.
fair.